Hey, good morning, everyone. I hope it's bright enough in here. I just have my one light kind of above me here. I normally have my back lights on and everything because I photo enlist almost every day. But today I'm heading out on the road. I'm going to take a big trash bag full of just stuff that in the last couple weeks you've seen me pull off of eBay, and I'm taking one bag to the Goodwill. It's mostly hard goods, and then some hats that I just don't think the consignment place would want. And then I'm taking two big trash bags, 25 items total, to the consignment place today. And it does have a lot of hats, a lot of shoes, and just some really decent brand new with tag stuff that I had gotten in a consignment thing I did like well, it was before COVID, so almost 4 years ago now. And when I first got it, it was a lot of plus size, new with tags, and I was helping a gal out who had she had bought the not the pallet, she had bought the store out. She had bought out a whole Christopher and Banks, or no, not Christopher and Banks. They're still open. Dress Barn. Was it a Dress Barn? She had bought out one of these kind of more plus size places, and she had no plan to how to sell it. Like she just, you know, bought it, and she had the know-how to know how to go, make a contract with them. She paid pennies on the dollar, but then I think she had planned on just doing Facebook or something, but she had over 600 items left by the time I got there. And so I had no inventory cost up front. I didn't make her any promises. I just came home and listed it. And we sold a ton up front, for $20, $25, because, it was good stuff. But then we got down to the lighter weight summer, shirts that just are like bright yellow, or, there's always that part in the what do you call it? The wholesale that you get that's just really, it's cute, but it's not going to sell for anything worth my time. And I tried just to get her that last little bit of money. I lowered stuff. I edited it. My pictures were great. But anyway, it's time for it to go. It's weighing down my store. There were a lot of size 00s too in there. So it wasn't just all plus size, but it was a lot of loft items that are like a 000, if that exists, or something like that. They were very, very small, and I just struggled to move them, even new with tags. So this is good. This is a college town where I take my consignment. So I don't know how much I'll get, especially on those really teeny tiny sizes. But I do notice that they have, size 2s and 4s on their rack, like, what do you call it, like a tag. So they do sell a lot of smaller sizes. And so I think that since it's a college town with a lot of young people, and a lot of teenagers going into college, I think that and they have a lot of athletes too. So I think that these sizes will eventually turn over. But either way, they're out of my hair. I'm glad to see that go. And then the pedal car guy never showed up. So if you've heard me talk about, I had this pedal car, we paid $5 for that at a garage sale. And I remember the exact, like the house, I can see it in my mind because we bought so much stuff there. And toward the end, we had been there, like, I want to say 2 hours, both of us, my son and I, on different sides of this huge garage, looking up all this stuff. And by the end, we're like, for $5, let's just throw it in. It was one of our last garage sales. We had the space. We had done pre-comps, and it looked like it went really well on eBay. I had looked at it specifically because I'm used to this problem, and it had screws on the bottom of the frame. So I thought that, my husband could unscrew those after I took the photos, and then you could condense it into a smaller shipping box. But it's something about how the steering column comes into the frame. There's no way to really make it small enough to where someone is not going to have to pay way over $150 in shipping, even if they lived close to me. And I tried putting it on the Denver Facebook and stuff, but it's one of those pretty rare pedal cars where you have to have a collector who wants it. And I'm not saying if I kept it on the Denver site for months and months and months on Facebook that someone would not eventually come across it who's either willing to ship it themselves on eBay or whatever. But it's just it's I've had it on Facebook for over 6 months, and it's either in my garage in the way, or it's in my entryway now for the last couple weeks, and so I want it gone. And even at $40, the guy just changed his mind, so who knows if he was even legit to start with. So anyway, I'm taking it. My niece and my nephew had seen that anyway before, and they kind of wanted it, and so I'm more than glad to bless them with it. It'll be a lot of fun, and it works great. So um, anyway, out of my hair. So I've got 3 trash bags and a pedal car getting out of my house. And then I cleaned up. So I cleaned up over here. I know I'll have to do a phone video. It's hard with the computer. But I had a pile over here under my IKEA file things that are mounted on my wall. And I had a pile there for about 2 weeks that I just kept throwing garage sale stuff into, and in consignment. And then I have put even more in the last couple days in my summer consignment and my spring consignment. And I just went in the back closet there to grab some of my last winter items that I have to take to them, because I called them yesterday and they definitely want the fall and the winter still. So it's just been cold in Wyoming today. It's still really, really cold. It says 9 degrees right now. So, but all the roads are dry. So I am so thankful. So I packed a little bag. I'm planning on coming back home late tonight. I still have 45 items behind me. I still have about 8 to 10 hard goods. I still have a ton of editing, and if you've been catching those editing videos, you're seeing that my ratio right now on this older stuff is really bad. Like, I have 12 items and 3 of them end up not even listed, and then a lot of them just need pulled. Like, I'm willing to take a $5 order to just get some cash flow back to go to the bins with. That's fine with me, especially once it's already listed. But there's stuff that isn't even ever going to sell. It's just like things I must have gotten in bulk buys, and I was just in listing mode, and I just thought, okay, I can't find this, let's just list it and find out. I must have been doing that, and during COVID I definitely did that. So time for that to go. So I've got that project that just really needs done. So I want to be gone the whole 2 days in Source while it's nice weather, but I just feel like this stuff keeps getting pushed back. It's been over 2 years that some of these items have been there. So it's not like I'm just trying to be type A and make sure everything is perfect. This has been kind of a mess. Even though I have it all well organized and all the numbers are in order, there's 2 full shelving units in my garage where maybe once a week I go pull an order out of. And that's just not, I need the space. Not yet, but with what I'm planning to do this year, I need whatever cash flow is out of these 2-year-old things, and I need my space back. And so thankfully something today sold from an editing video 2 to 3 weeks ago. It had fallen off, wasn't listed. It was a good item and just hadn't sold. I sent an offer yesterday on that military jacket that a couple editing videos ago, I think 2 of my editing videos ago, it had fallen off. And so I know it will sell for a fact. It's a really good jacket. I didn't realize it wasn't listed. So, and then I'm continuing on with getting my taxes and my mileage and everything that um, my accountant doesn't take care of for me. He gives me a profit loss every month, but at the end of the year, we double check the mileage and everything, and that's what I need to do. So anyway, I would really love to go to the bins tomorrow, but I feel like I'll bog myself down again. The storm is updated, and they're saying Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday. It's going to hit us a little bit, but it'll be more Colorado, which is, of course, where the bins are. But I can get out of here Monday and early Tuesday if I want to. So I'm going to come home tomorrow and sleep in, take my little bit of mail that, hopefully I have a lot of mail, but take it on a Saturday morning for that 1 hour that my post office is open. I'm going to sleep until 8 if my body lets me. I don't know if it will. So I might even do a haul late tonight, and then I'll sleep in till about 8, Sometimes I wake up at 4, who knows, but I'm going to try to get 8 hours of sleep. And then I am literally going to try to change the world in this office. This whole section, this whole half of my office, the floor will be clean, you know, because it's almost empty now, thankfully. I've just had so many consignment buckets on the floor that I've been tossing stuff into. And as I do the editing, I'll have to have a box or a bag somewhere. So I might just move these two consignment buckets over here so that they're tucked nicely under the table. And then when I get ready to actually do editing videos, I'll pull them out, and or not videos, but do the editing. I'll pull them out and I have something to throw the clothing into. So I still kind of need these buckets in my office until I'm not editing that often. And then I'll put them away in the back. And hopefully in a month I can take all the spring out of my closet in the back where it's marked and put in there. I think I have more summer than spring, actually. But I have enough spring for 2 to 3 weeks. I have at least 75 items of spring items, so that's good. All right, guys, well, I have 4 orders going out today, and I am anxious to hit the road. The Goodwill doesn't open till 9, so even if I left right this minute, I would just get there and open. You know, I'll be there. I mean, this will only take 15 minutes, then I'm going to get on my way. So this, I've got everything else by the front door. All right, this is a action figure. It's from The Walking Dead. We were getting these at Walgreens at one time and selling them for a pretty decent amount on Amazon. But then they dropped on, well, actually this says read on it, so I think that it had a little bit too much box damage for me to send to Amazon is why I did it. So I think this is just mine, but it might be my son's that he was going to sell on Amazon and gave to me to consign. So I printed it off just in case. I can't remember if it's mine or my son's. And so when I go to update his spreadsheet, which is another thing I need to do, which will take me probably 2 to 3 hours because I'm editing as I go. I'm looking at all the hundreds of things that have sold versus what hasn't sold, and then I change the color, I update the date it sold, I put it on his check, you know, that kind of thing. And then anything that isn't selling, I'm coming into eBay and editing. And so it's like a 3 or 4 hour process every 2 weeks to a month when I actually get it done. And I'm 3 weeks behind right now, so it's going to be a tedious thing, but it'll be good. So anyway, they used my 28% off coupon, no promoted. So it sold for $24.42 altogether. And I'm happy with that. I'll take it. That's good for something that, you know, I've had this a while too. Either if he gave it to me or whatever the case is. All right, this is just over a pound. This is going to California, which that's good. This is from 2016, this toy. All right. Let's see. Priority is $8.82. I think we'll just go with that. So yeah, I have my listings done for today. They're scheduled. I got to go just kind of scan through, make sure nothing happened, that they did actually go up. I'm sure they did. I haven't heard of any eBay issues lately. So hopefully, and then I have my listings ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow I don't have to actually send anything to eBay or list. They're all scheduled. But sometime tomorrow I will photo at least 30 more items to give to my VA. And then on Sunday or Monday, he'll have those all done. And I can launch those out so that if I do go to the bins, then I have, you know, listings going up. Because that's one less thing then that I have to worry about when I'm trying to have these huge bins trips. I don't mind sending offers during the whole time I'm at the bins, which is distracting. It does take my time when I'm trying to just pull and grab and everything else. But I've noticed on those days, if I do not send my offers, then the amount of offers I get stops. Like, it's not like eBay just keeps sending me offers and then at the end of the day I've got, 40 or 50 offers to deal with. It's not that way. It's like if eBay sends me, like this morning I woke up with 9 offers to send, and so I sent them. But if I hadn't sent them, I've learned the hard way that like those 9 will be all I get all day. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but it just, I have to send them. Then eBay will send me a whole nother batch of offers. And so on the days where I'm really swamped at the bins and I forget to do it, my sales are pretty low, even if I have listings going up. So I've just learned that, and I don't want to take a whole day off from selling things. All right, these are Abercrombie and Fitch joggers. Joggers right now is my understanding from everyone I know that they're just doing really well. So even though Abercrombie and Fitch, I think of it as kind of a lower end thing, I know it's having a resurgence now, so I know that on anything substantial that it is something worth looking up because of that documentary on Netflix, and also just maybe it's having a resurgence, I don't know. But anyway, these are a bins pickup, so they would have been a little over like $2 because my bins charges $1.89 or $1.69. I never know which one I'm going to get charged. But anyway, they're just beige medium joggers. Nothing special about them. I always mention on these whether they have pockets or not. I think some people care about that. So I always put pockets in the title if they have it. And then these are a stretch blend. All right. I didn't put my piece of tape up today. So these things, do you not hate these things? These things have literally, like, I don't know. I'm not going to say they're alive, but they have a mind of their own. Like this one, it totally touched the bottom of the trash can, literally, and then it bounces back out. It's just, I hate the tabbies on all of these mailers. I actually like the metal ones. They look like metal, or they look like aluminum, even though they're not. Those don't stick to me or stick to the trash can. I can at least flick them off, but these, man, I've got to have a piece of tape hanging on my desk. And that's one of the best tips I've ever heard from anybody. You just have like a piece of packing tape like this hanging there, and then as you peel it off, you just stick your hand to the tape, and then it stays there. And I'm just like, just now I tried not to do that because I'm leaving and I'm in a hurry, and then I just can't get rid of those plastic things. So all right, so $22.99 total. They used promoted listings. They did not use a coupon. It's thinking. Okay, so we're over £1. We're going to Arizona. Everybody on this side of the country is shopping from me, which is great. So $8.30. So today I'm going to drive an hour and a half. I'm going to drop off the pedal car at my mom's house, which is where my brother is right now. His wife did get approval. She'll be here in the middle of the month. She has tickets. Everything's great. She's on her way with the little boy. And so that's very exciting. So I'm going to need to take some time off during that week of the 20th or 23rd or sometime in there. So this next week is my crunch week so that I can have some extra time with my family. We're going to have a big party that week and, some things like that. And I just want to go up there and see them and meet my nephew. Because of COVID and because of where they were living in China and just the whole logistics of it, my parents couldn't travel up there. My mom had a husband who was, had a lot of health issues all during COVID, and she couldn't, travel to see my brother. So he came just to finally see my parents, but we haven't seen his wife or ever met his little boy because of all of COVID. And I know there are many other families who have the same thing. I mean, you just, especially going to another country on an airplane during COVID, it's just one of those things. What do you do? So anyway, he's 4 years old because he was born, and my brother and his wife had already been home for, I mean, the dates are a blur, but maybe the summer before COVID. So they'd been home, then they had the baby, and then they were going to come the next year and bring the baby from overseas, and we were going to meet him. But then COVID hit, and so now it's 4 years, and then she couldn't get her visa at first because of, all the COVID backup and everything. And so, this has just been like crazy. So it's going to be real exciting. I don't have grandchildren yet. I have two lovely adult children who I love dearly, and they promise me that someday, but I can't, live my life just hanging on a string. People have infertility, people have all kinds of things. So I'm not going to bank my entire life on having grandchildren, but I will tell you that it is wonderful to have a niece and now a nephew who are like young. They're, my niece is 7, my nephew's 4, so it is fun. It's almost like having grandkids. So I will take it. This is the thing that I edited during my editing video that had fallen off. It's 2 toy horses. They're vintage, but they're not like Breyer vintage or some high-end vintage. But, at garage sales, I pay pennies for these things. And, I mean, I just can't wait till I can get myself, like, I'm going to probably buy 2 years worth of inventory. I mean, I am so tired of this no inventory or low inventory situation that I'm going to have my son, like, tell me, it's okay, don't buy, like, 10 carloads because you're sick of this problem. But I am going to buy a lot of stuff like this that just sells really fast, and it's cheap, it's lightweight. So anyway, 2 toy horses. One is prancing. They are Marchand Empire, an Empire brand. So this had fallen off, and I don't know for how long. I have no clue. I remember someone buying to purchase it. I vaguely remember, and then either I had to cancel the order because they never paid, or they just canceled, and it never got relisted. So anyway, this sold for $17 plus shipping, $29.43. They did use promoted listings, but no coupon. And they paid. Yay, I love people who pay. All right, so it's 1 pound and 7 ounces. See where this is going. So yeah, I feel like next week it'll be great to, just have a blizzard again, so I just need to get a lot of shopping done by Wednesday, and then it'll be nice to kind of have, 4 or 5 days at home if I have to, and just really tie up some of these projects. And then the following week, I'll be out of town a lot, seeing my nephew, hopefully, and then I'll just have to make sure that I'm going on shopping trips and keeping my work up. So if I can do it, I don't know if I can, but if I can do it starting on Thursday and Friday of next week, I want to schedule out a week's worth of listing, just so I don't have to worry about listing, and then I can just enjoy shopping, be at my mom's a little bit extra for visiting, and we'll see. That's a lot. That's 70 extra items that I would do even at just 10 a day. That's not even ramping up yet. That's just maintaining my 10 a day, sometimes 20 or 30. It just depends on how much I can get done. Or how much inventory I have, not how much I can get done. So I charge them $10.50. It's going to cost me $11.62 because this was an older listing and I just didn't update the shipping when I relisted it, which I should have caught, but it's okay. $29.43 is good. Let's go. The drive should be really nice. I think the elk herds are still down there on the interstate. I was going to make my video just while I was driving because I like doing that too, and you can see the forest or whatever. I don't think I'm going to go through the forest today. I think I'm going to just take the interstate, but because that forest drive is longer. There's another route that's kind of equal to the one on the interstate that doesn't take too much more time, that is through nature, and it's really pretty, but it's closed in the winter because it just gets too much snow. So if I take the forest route, it's beautiful, but it's like an extra half hour if I go that way. and I am trying to get back home and get my work done. But normally I would make a video. I don't look at the camera when I'm in the car. I'm driving and focusing on driving. But, you know, there are just a ton of elk, and I just don't want to take any chance that, um, you know, there's a bunch that look like, you know, there's been accidents with them. I've heard a lot. We also have a mountain lion in town, everybody's saying. It's been on Facebook, and the police have put out, notices that it's down by the river, and I don't live real close to the river, thankfully, right now. But we do have a dog, and I'm always like, should I let him out and leave him outside? He loves it outside, even in the winter. But what if I get distracted and, you know, there's this mountain lion roaming around? Right now, there's so many deer and other things that I haven't heard of any pets or anything missing. Now in Colorado, there is a town where that's happening, and people just can't even let their pets out right now. But this one, and this isn't uncommon where I live up here in the mountains, but it seems like it's staying down by the river for the most part. And but the wildlife people have not been able to catch it, and they're not going to hurt it. They're just going to relocate it anyway. But so yeah, so that's a little scary. I won't take a walk down by the river, that's for sure. This is a pair of Ariat M2 jeans. They are 33 by 38. So when I saw that they had a 38 inseam, I thought, okay, these will sell. And this was the time I talked about it in my haul where there was another reseller there, and I was closer to the rack. So I got there and I grabbed 3 of them, but I had to set something down because I was grabbing other stuff off that new rack. So I had to turn and put it down, and then he got 1 of them. So I got 3 of these Ariat M2 jeans, and he got 1, which is fine. Of course it's fine. But, you know, it's just, I was like, I wanted all 4, you know, and, so we obviously sell the same things. Oh, I'm going this way with this sticky piece. And so, this is going to Ogden, Utah, which makes sense. And let me tell you, I didn't tell you what I got, and I want to know what I got. Okay, so no coupon, which is great. No promoted listing used. And so $35.49 total shipped, which is great. $24 base price. And, you know, for that inseam, I mean, that's hard to find in that long of tall. I mean, 33, 34 is great when I find it, but let alone when you find a 38 inseam, I think it's great. I think they sell faster. So I think this is my second one sold. I have another one that's not listed here. All I have to do is snap photos and go to sell similar. And honestly, none of them had flaws. I probably could have gotten away with using the same picture, but I just always worry there's something I'll miss, and someone will say, these are not the jeans in the picture. So I just snap photos of each one. And but anyway, yeah, it would be really nice to get that done. That's why my heart wants to go shopping for 2 straight days. I want to go to the bins, but I'm really excited about Sunday. We have a big Super Bowl party, and I want to cook and just kind of be at home. You know, that last Denver bins trip, as much as I loved every second of it and being there for 2 full days and in a hotel by myself, it was great fun. It really was. But you know, it really made me behind, and I don't like being behind. I feel like, why go buy more when I do have enough after today? I have enough to get me by till at least Monday or Tuesday. And with all the other tasks I have, yep. If eBay did not penalize you so much for not listing, like if I could just take a week and not really have like my sales like just come to a halt because of the way eBay's algorithm works, I would be fine with taking the hit and just not listing for a week, and just in 2 to 3 days all this chaos would be done. But eBay penalizes you too much, I feel like. And so I don't want to go a week and literally have like 2 sales a day or something. I don't want to do that. All right, guys, I'm off. I will have a haul video because I'm sure I'll find something. I'm going to go to the Goodwill first. Although by the time I get there, that consignment place will be open. But I'm going to hit the Goodwill first, take my thrift stuff there, get that bag out of my hair, drop the pedal car off. I'm going to go shopping at Goodwill, probably be there an hour and a half or 2 hours. I'm going to try to do it right. then I'll run over and have lunch with my mom or go grab something if she's busy. And then I'm going to go to that consignment store. It can take me 3 to 4 hours. If I really go through every item in that consignment store, it can take me that long. Right now I have between 158 and whatever else has sold in the last 4 to 5 days. And it's expensive enough that I won't overspend my consignment money, unless there's just something like, unless I'm just finding stuff that's really I can mark up to $100, which happens to me a lot there. I mean, the volume of clothes they have is just so much that they can't check everything. So I do find some pretty decent home runs there. So maybe I'll spend more, but I'm going to try to keep within my consignment budget and then take my 2 consignment bags, and hopefully I don't let my consignment money drop like I did. Like a week or two ago, I had 0 consignment to spend because I spent the 250 all in one day. And normally I'm really picky and I just let my consignment money sit there. But that week I just needed the inventory, so I just spent all of it. And I like getting my balance built back up. So that's the plan, guys. So hopefully I get home in time tonight to go ahead and do a haul video. If not, it will be tomorrow. Thanks for following, guys. Please subscribe if you can and make a comment. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.